I've had it, friends. If you think that I don't know that my face isn't showing, think again. Recently, last year, in January, a man called. He came through our portal. I was unable to capture his email. Our portal was unable to capture his email. He said he wanted to purchase a $1.2 million house. I jumped in to help him. I sent a number of homes to him to look at. He displayed interest in any and all of them, and we started chatting. As a real estate agent, I'm always curious about my clients. I always want to know what they do for a living. I want to know in how many ways I need to help them. But that also includes finding out about how they make their money and how they are going to pay for the house. So that is what I asked. He said that he was going to pay for his house in cash and that he has to come and take a look at the home before he purchases. There's nothing unusual about a $1.2 million purchase. Not in our area at any rate. So we kept in contact, and in time he became friendlier and friendlier and friendlier. And I asked him one day what he did for a living. He said that he was a cryptocurrency trader. I was extraordinarily curious about that. I had known nothing about it. And I told him that. I said, I don't know what you're talking about. His name was Steve, by the way. I want to make sure that you know that right off the bat. He said that he would show me how he trades and how he makes his money, and that all I needed to do was make a small little investment, and he would show me what he does. So I did. I had a good year, and I decided to send a little money, and I started with $600. Once we deposited money into my account, he helped me set up the account. He led me to a site through a link that he sent in my email or on my text message, because we did everything on my iPhone. And so he set up my account. He set up all of my password. Actually, he didn't set up my password, but he set up all the rest of the stuff, told me what to do. We put the money in the account, and we went and we traded. Inside of a day or two or three, my account escalated to close to $1,800. He said that I should contribute more so we can make more money. I did. I contributed more. I didn't realize at the time that he was putting pressure on me to send more money and more money until it was quite a sum. This went on for several months. I would say clear into July of 2024, at which point I got a phone call from a friend located in another part of the country in the same business as I. She called me in the morning. She left a message on my phone asking me to please call her if I wanted to discuss some things with her. At first, I thought she was calling me for a referral. She wasn't. The first thing that she said to me was, are you involved with somebody in this particular kind of transactions? And she named the site that I was part of. the trading site. By the way, that trading site was Store and Gain. I said yes, and she said, "Oh my God, get out. Those guys are scammers. I just lost close to $1 million. You have to get out." I was panicked. I called my guy, Steve, and I said, "I just got a phone call from a friend of mine, and she told me all these things, and I want my money back. I want to get out." He denied. He said, "No, she's got something wrong. It's not me. Nah, 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 nah." Next thing I knew, became extraordinarily abusive. He started calling me every name in the book. He started being extraordinarily abusive. And I hung up the phone. I went to the site and I tried to pull my money, and I got blocked. On August 24th, the site went down. I was no longer able to access any of my money, and Steve vanished. A panic struck. I had no idea what to do. I started frantically looking for him. I started looking how to recover my money. It was to no avail. My money was gone. My access to the platform was denied, and then subsequently the platform went down. I looked it up on Whois, and I could see that the platform shut down. There was absolutely no one to turn to. I felt blindsided, demoralized, humiliated. I tried to write down all these words of what I was feeling at the time. Anger, despair. I felt raped. As days went by, I frantically searched for someone who could help me. There was no one. Then the phone calls started coming in from people who started claiming that they can recover my money. I went down that path a few times, and by this time I got a little bit more cautious about what the hell I was doing. And I started investigating the people who said that they were going to help me. Well, it turns out in multitude of places that these people are also scammers. They were preying on the people like me who were already in a vulnerable position, telling me how they could recover my money. All I had to do was just trust them that they would recover it. But it turns out that by the time when they claimed that they would recover the money, you had to make a certain kind of activation fee or deposit into the account or something where you actually part with another huge amount of money. I did not go there. So, long story short, I started looking for somebody who was legitimate that could help me recover my money, and I ran across a couple of companies that I contacted. One woman in particular I talked with, she told me one thing. She said, "First thing I want you to understand, you are a victim of a financial fraud. And I don't want you to feel like you have been stupid. You have been robbed. You have been violated. Someone has decided to steal your money. And they tricked you into this situation." Today, almost a year later, since I met Steve, I have not recovered my money. However, I did all the things that were necessary to pursue and find these people, to find Steve. I have all these steps outlined for every one of you to reach out and take massive action. I filled out the reports that are required to be filled out. I will have a list of all of those for you if you drop me a note and say, I need the report, the steps of massive action that I need to take. I started this website for people like you and me, people like my brother, who yesterday woke up realizing that he lost $80,000. My family is about to fall apart over it. He's devastated, suicidal. These crimes are so evil and so make you feel so blindsided that I decided, with the help of my trusted friend, Adrian, who helped me design the site and guides me through this, I decided that I would have this site, a cryptocurrency defense network, a site where we could gather information about all these people, share, protect each other, and provide guidance to how we can restore ourselves back to some sort of life that makes sense. I hired CNC Intelligence, who had three different offices. They traced my money. It cost money to have this particular thing done. They provided me with a phenomenal report. I'm not sure that report is going to do me any freaking good whatsoever, because now, after I have filed all of my reports with the FBI and SEC and FTC and the local sheriff and written my story in detail to each one of these agencies, I cannot get anybody to act. The FBI is overwhelmed with their work. The guys whose link I put down there about recovering or busting these call centers said that they're so overwhelmed that they only want to work with fresh leads. Well, I have fresh leads, and they cannot help me either. So between my friend and me, we lost well over $1 million. I don't know how she's going to bail out. I don't know how any of you are going to bail out. But I know one thing. There is power in numbers, force in numbers. And I designed this website so that all of us can become friends, support system for each other, and maybe in the numbers and stories that come to this platform, I'm able to mobilize or hire geeks like these guys that are already busting people who can help us fight this crime. So, after many tears and much grief, in which I am constantly, now because of my brother, fearing for his life, I ask you to please subscribe to my site and get to know me and know that I'm sincere about trying to gather everybody. And maybe together we can fight this crime. By the way, my name is Sanjay. Sanjay Priya. It is the name Steve gave to me. Please subscribe. I never want to forget what happened to me, but I don't want to forget what happened to my brother or to you. So share your story. even if you're crying when you're doing it, or just write it out and send it. Adrian and I will make sure that your name is not published if you're not ready. The way that you can see, I am not ready. My grief is still here with me. But I will be happy to have you be my friend. I'll be happy to bring people onto this platform who know more than I do, who know more than my shrink does. I don't want to feel like a fool. I don't want you to feel like one. I want you to remember always you're a victim of a financial fraud crime. Take that to heart and come join my community where you will not be ridiculed for what you have done. Because deep in my heart, I know you've done it for reasons beyond greed. You wanted to help your family. You wanted to give more to your family. You wanted to have a little more out of life than you were having. I know that. Join me. I'll see you once you write a letter. I'll ask Adrian to put a link underneath there, underneath this video, so you can send your story to me, so we can educate, protect, and be comfort for each other, but above all, in the numbers that we can collect, fight this crime the best that we can. So please subscribe. There's a little subscribe thing down at the bottom of the screen. And let's keep in touch. Tell the story of your loss. And remember that you're a victim. Thank you for listening to me.